Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final match of the R Overwatch Community Clash. My name is Poxycaster and I will be your caster for today. We have a good matchup on the blue team. We have team Skylabs Slipstream, and on the red team we have Project Ascension. Now, these two teams have been going on for the last couple matches, making their way up from the group stage to the semifinals and then all the way up to the finals of the R Overwatch Community Clash. And our first map will be Nepal. So over on Skylab Slipstream, we have Gazani, Kurizu, Talus, the Hedgehog, Pablo, and Katie. And on Project Ascension, we have Mad, a Soft Sheep, Pitpat, Previ, Juption, and Hedix. And in 3 seconds, we are going to be underway for the first map of the Grand Finals of the Community Clash. So, as you can see here, the Skylab Slipstream is going to be running a Hog Orisa defense to see if they can try and get a Hog and Orisa composition to see if they can try and get some hooks and get people off on the map. That looks like there's one Hedix nearly got taken out, but he looks like he was able to survive from that Hammond ball. He's going to be in the middle of that back line trying to get some people. Juption takes out Talus, Kurizu takes out Mad, and it looks like it's an advantage for Skylab Slipstream. As of the meantime, Project Ascension was able to get some picks, but it looks like they weren't able to sustain that match. So Juption and the rest of Project Ascension is going to have to deny themselves there to see if they don't get staggered for the next team fight. It looks like Skylab Slipstreams were able to build up a good build up some good ult economy, so they'll be able to have the ults in the next fight. Looks like Pablo's already busted the Moria Coalescence to try and push out Project Ascension, and it seems like he was able to get Pitpat. It looks like Project Ascension is forced all the way out to the spawn zone right now, so it looks like they're gonna have some hard times trying to catch up. As of this moment, the advantage is towards Skylab Slipstream. Let's see if they'll be able to push this advantage. There's the push by Soft Sheep trying to push in. Let's see what's going to happen for Project Ascension. Will they able to get a pick? No picks as of this moment, just a couple of damage push-ups. Privy gets Katie, Gazani takes Pitpat, the Hedgehog takes Hedix. So it seems to be even pickings as of this moment, but it looks like Project Slipstream's going to have to back out. They aren't able to sustain this fight. Kurizo takes out Privy again. Juption and a Soft Sheep's gonna have to back out for another team fight. Seems to be that Project Ascension is having a difficult time trying to win these fights. They're still sticking to the Orisa Sigma barrier composition with Juption on close to having his ultimate, and who's going to probably be able to use it as a way to initiate the fight. And Kurizo nearly getting picked out, but it looks like he's just going to get up in the center. Takes out Juption without even using that Lucio ult, so that's going to be bad for them. A Soft Sheep is able to take out Talus. Mad taking out Kurizo, so it looks like Project Ascension is on the front line here. They're trying to push up as much as possible. They're able to get 2 picks. Can they get a third? The Hedgehog's currently frozen, but that Mei wall was too unlucky by Pitpat, and he's about to get knocked out, but the Hedgehog was able to get one. Kill Juption just playing odds over there. That was a good shot by Project Ascension, but it looks like they were a bit awkward there with Pitpat's unlucky Mei wall. He was frozen, but he was Mei walled off. That could have been an easy kill. But it looks like Project Ascension is going to take the first point. 99% for Skylab Slipstream. All they have to do with their ult economy of 3 right now, so it looks like they're able to, if they get a single pick, they'll be able to push in. Ooh, I spoke too soon. Project Ascension with the 4 ults. This looks like it's going to be even picking for both sides with the ult economy. Pushing up, there's an ult there's Privy taking out Talus, a Soft Sheep taking out Katie, and that looks like a team wipe by Project Ascension. Well, almost a team wipe. And it looked like, yeah, exactly, a team wipe for Project Ascension, and that looks like they're going to be holding the point for a lot longer. Good job by Project Ascension to use two of the 4 ults they had to push up. Mad's about to build Coalescence, and it looks like they were able to force Skylab Slipstream to get a couple of their ults as well. So let's see what's going to happen on their side. It seems to be they're flanking on the left side. Will Gazani push through the whole hog here? Seems to be he's focusing on the Orisa. He got frozen. Luckily cancelling out his ult. Pitpat trying to freezing him out. it seems to be that they've actually cancelled out Skylabs Slipstream's ults, and it's like Project Ascension might be able to win this match. Kurzo trying to get some picks. He's in the center. The May wall on the with the perfect timing. Kurzo's up, being flanked out. Talus actually falls off. Privy taking it out, and Pablo gonna have to deny himself to stagger out the rest of the line. That was a beautiful play by Project Slipstream right there. Sorry, by Project Ascension right there to deny that Doomfist ult. And right now, Pitpat's got the ult that could actually determine the rest of the game. Gazani was able to make the slip, but he still gets frozen. The rest of Team Skylab Slipstream's frozen out, but they weren't able to get some picks. Pablo pushing with the Coalescence. Privy trying to do a last-minute play with the Reaper ult. He was able to get the Hedgehog and 4 of the other teams, and it looks like Privy, with the last-minute play, takes out the entirety of Skylab Slipstream. Now it's just Privy and Gazani on the 1v1. Hedex was able to support the ult, and it looks like they prevented Skylab Slipstream from even getting they prevented Skylab Slipstream from actually taking that point. And what happened there? It seems to be that yes, sorry. I got confused for a little. In Project Ascension, were able to get that point. I got confused thinking that Skylab Slipstream actually got that point, but kudos to Project Ascension. They were able to close that round out, even though Slipstream did such a good job in the initial push. So let's see what's going to happen on the second round. These teams are having an equal matchup based on the skill shown in the first round. So it looks like we're going to be in for a good best of 5 matches today. Just to let people know, we're going to have a best of 5 matches. So whoever wins the first 3, or whoever gets to the first 3 is going to win this grand final and get the coveted prize of loot boxes and a role on our Overwatch community Discord. So it looks like Project Ascension is going to be running a Reinhardt Winston comp here. So it looks like this is going to be a change of pace. Skylab Slipstream is just running the basic barrier comp, and they were able to take out the soft cheap, so that's one of their main tanks down for Project Ascension. That's Hedex down, so that's both main tanks, so it looks like Project Ascension is going to have to back out from this fight. Pitpat trying his best to get away, looks like he wasn't able to get it, and Pablo takes out 2. Seems to be a tough fight for Project Ascension in the initial stages of the fight. Now they're moving back to the Reinhardt Sigma, so they're going to try and go again with the barriers rather than the dive with the Winston. Soft Cheap trying to just pick out some damage, maybe scope out a halt out from Hedgehog, but no luck. Pablo, a beautiful shatter by Hedex, but the wall from Kurza couldn't get the rest of the team out. Looks like Pablo's still trying with the Coalescence. Mad comes out with his own with the other Coalescence, and it looks like it's an open play, but Project Ascension's left to the left too. Jupin's about to get it, and he gets taken down. That looked like it was gonna go for Project Ascension's way, but it just seems to be that they weren't able to clean that out. It was such a pity for Hedex with that shatter, seeing as how he was isolated with that May wall. If that May wall wasn't there, that would have been a team wipe for Project Ascension, and they would have been able to get the point. As of this moment, ult economy is currently in Skylab Slipstream's favor, with the May ult and the Lucio ult being able to get. There was a May wall that's isolated Hedex. Katie's released the Reaper ult, getting 1. Gazani and Pablo killing Hedex and Mad, and that leaves the rest of Skylab Slipstream on the offense here, taking out all of Project Ascension. Project Ascension is having a difficult moment in this second map point, so it looks like we might actually be going on to the third map here in Nepal. Mad's gonna have the Moira ult ready for the Coalescence. There's Kurza with the May ult, doesn't seem to be able to freeze anyone, but Pablo's run the Coalescence. Mad's about to get taken out. Sigma with the Flux wasn't able to get anyone, and it looks like Skylab Slipstream with the solid composition that was able to take out the rest of Project Ascension. So it looks like this is going to go to Skylab Slipstream, and we are going to go for a 3rd point in Nepal. So A little bit of information for the Community Clash open bracket. The open bracket means that there's no limit on the skill rating for both teams, so both teams can are able to field players within the 0 SR, which is bronze, all the way up to the upper 4000s, which is grandmasters. Obviously, both teams can field any player they wish to play. There is no limit, but the skill brackets is going to be varied depending on which players they play. But from the looks of it, both teams seem to be on an equal footing, so we're going to have a good best of 5 today. Now let's move in for the third control point map here, in Nepal. It seems to be that Skylabs Slipstream is going to go for the main push, whilst Project Ascension is always going to go for a main push. So they're going to have a fight over here at the point. Project Ascension got walled up. Both Mays walled them off, so it looked like it's just going to be whoever can slip through the cracks on the point here. A Soft Sheep's gotten frozen. Hedix got frozen, so it looks like they're at risk getting killed. Talus was able to get mad. Katie able to get privy, so it looks like Skylab Slipstream's got the advantage, but it's still anyone's game here in the middle of the point. But Skylab Slipstream able to focus their fire and get those kills, even though a lot of their tanks were frozen off by Pitpat. Project Ascension weren't able to focus their fire and take out to get a pick and take out any of the tanks. Let's see what's going to happen. Project Ascension going up through main. They're trying to build up the coalescence to go for to initiate the fight, and it's going to be barrier comps for both teams, obviously playing the Sigma Orisa. Pitpat's going to try and get a freeze on the Lucio. No luck there, trying to go for the main tank. Pitpat being really offensive here, and it looks like both teams are going to go for a pick, trying to get one pick. Hedgehog taking out Hedix and Mad, and Katie taking out Mad, so it looks like Project Ascension is going to have to back out again. It seems to be both teams are having a hard time trying to get the... Project Ascension's having a hard time trying to get a solid pick. They do well holding out against their own, but it just seems that if they can't seem to get a single pick off Skylab Slipstream's team. Let's see what's going to happen on the third push here. Looks like Skylab Slipstream's going to have 4 ults against Project Ascension's 2, so the fight's going to go towards Skylab Slipstream unless Ascension can counter out. That was a beautiful boot by... Slipstream by Ascension there to boob out Katie, but still the rest of the team cleans up. And another team fight wasted by another team fight lost by Ascension. They were able to bait out the Katie's Reaper ult, but in the end Skylab Slipstream hasn't used their 3, and they're about to have a 4th with the Lucio, so that means that their sustaining power is going to be pretty strong. Let's see what's going to happen here. Three ults for Project Ascension side. Let's see what's going to happen if they're going to need push. Privy's in the middle, seeing if he can build that Reaper ult on that Orisa, but he gets taken out. Gazani gets frozen, so there's some hope here by the Mei. Let's see if they can get some ult. Katie gets taken out, but they weren't able to get on the point fast enough, and they were able to. And Slipstream wins the first map of Nepal. Good play by Slipstream to push out Project Ascension from the point, even though that they were at a disadvantage. The fact that they weren't at the control point shows that they may not have the picks on that point, but they have the game skills. Privy with a beautiful 3k to win them the first point here, to win Project Ascension's point here in Nepal. Now let's move on to our second point, to our second match for the day, for the second map of the day. So that is going to be 1-0 for Slipstream. Seems to be some even matchups for both teams, but Slipstream does have the advantage based on the way they fight, the way they work in those team fights. A lot of the team fights, you can see that both main tanks are actually frozen or disabled by the CC, and yet they're not taken down. So kudos to the supports for keeping the players alive in crucial moments, so that Slipstream's able to win those fights. Now let's move on to Project Ascension. It's going to be difficult for the teams, both teams having quite long names, so I'm going to just abbreviate this to Slipstream and Ascension, and hopefully we'll be able to move on from there. So next map is going to be in Dorado, where we have, I believe it'll be Slipstream on defense and Ascension on attack. And it seems to be the other way around. Slipstreams are going to be on defense, and Ascension's going to be on offense. Now, it looks like Slipstream's going to be running the Bastion to try and deal huge damage on the cart. Both teams still running dual barriers, with Pitpat and Jupiter running the Pharaoh Mercy composition to see if they can counteract that Bastion comp, which is most likely going to occur on the high ground of the point. So, whoever can take out that whoever can deal the most damage first is going to look like going to win this initial team fight here. So it looks like it's a toss up between. Oh, I stand corrected. Previous switch to the Widow. I didn't actually see that. So it looks like they might actually have a chance to get an early pick. Pitpat doing damage on the barrier to see if he can take out the Bastion, but the second Sigma barrier is proving difficult for Pitpat to deal with. The staggering of both barriers allows KD to have as much confidence as possible to deal enough damage, knowing that he'll be protected. Privy set up on the barriers with the invulnerability field. Let's see if they can deal damage. The May wall by Curacao isolates both teams from the cart, and they still won't be able to push in, but there's still no picks as of this moment. Both teams still trying their best to get an initial pick, playing it quite passive, even though they know that they could actually push up at any time. Privy again setting up the Bastion setup, but the May wall by Curacao blocks most of the field of view, and they're able to push they're able to push the cart all the way up to the choke without even a single pick as of this moment. So this is quite impressive. Let's see what's going to happen for Project Slipstream. Are they going to Skylabs Slipstream? Are they going to drop down to the choke? No picks as of this moment. Still, Pablo with the Baptiste ult to see if he can get some damage boosts up there. A soft cheap was able to get Pablo. Pitpat was able to get Hedgehog with the barrage. So that means that Ascension have the advantage. Actually ended up in a team kill for Ascension, so that's good for them. They were able to make it up to the first point without any problems whatsoever. Now on Slipstream's side, they have a Valkyrie ult ready to pop up by Talus, and Gazani's about to build his Flux as well, so it looks like that at least they'll be able to win a couple of team fights if they combo those ults if they combo more ults correctly. Curacao was able to take out Privy, so that means that Ascension is going to be one down. Katie takes out Pitpat. That means both DPSs are down for Ascension. They're going to have to back out from the fight. Slipstream, knowing that the DPSs are down, are pushing all the way up to the cart, all the way up to spawn at this point, running the risk of being overly aggressive, but knowing that the invulnerability field will at least protect them from it. Curacao takes out Mad. And as of that moment, it looks like Slipstream has the advantage. Let's see what Ascension's going to respond with. As of this moment, there's still no... they're going to go for an aggressive push straight up main with no picks as of this moment. It's quite risky for them to push up without their main DPS providing some damage, but it looks like the Bastion trying his best to get set up. There's the Valk ult by Egyptian, but it looks like the Sigma Flux counteracted by the invulnerability field, so there was no picks there. Hedex was able to take Curacao, Egyptian takes out Katie, and Talos was able to revive Curacao, so that means that he still has a chance to deal as much damage as possible with that Hanzo. Pitpat takes Gazani, and looks like Slipstream's on is going to have to back out from the fight again. Project Ascension doing extremely well with these team fights. It looks like we're not going to be counting them out yet, and the fight still goes on. However, Slipstream has an ace up its sleeve. They do have 4 ults compared to Ascension's 3, unless Privy can build up that Bastion ult right now. The ults have been released. The Hanzo ult by Slipstream tries to get some picks, only taking out the soft cheaps that removes their Sigma. Gazani takes out Pitpat. Equal fights again. Double May ults trying to freeze the opponents, but it looks like the vulnerability shields by both Baptistes are doing well. Now it's just a Baptiste fight here up on the sidewalk. Mad wins that out. Curacao takes out Hedex, and it's still Ascension's win. Seems to be that Slipstream can't get their footing in terms of how to deal with that offense by Ascension. Now, again, Ascension has 3 ults compared to Slipstream's 2, so they may be able to push this card up all the way up to the 3rd point if they manage their ults correctly, and this fight is going to depend entirely on whether if Hedgehog can pop the damage ult to deny these deny Ascension's ults. Now they've set up on the choke point under the bridge. It looks like there's going to be no picks after this moment. A Mei wall on the behind to isolate out. There's a Sigma Flux that's going to take out 2. Will it take out the Lucio? It doesn't take out the Lucio. There's the vulnerability field by vulnerability field and the Bongos by Headaches to see if he can add some damage, but no picks yet as of this moment. Hedgehog responds with his own damage boost. Privy takes out Hedgehog, so that's their main tank down. Pablo takes out Soft Sheep and Privy. And it's equal pickings. Jupin is able to revive Privy, so that means their DPS is still on the rise, and Ascension may have the fight here. But it seems to be going Slipstream's way, with Pablo doing a last-minute coalescence that seems to just... he's going to be healing the air and damaging the air. Also, just creating a beam in the sky to show that Slipstream is still not out of the fight yet. That is admirable hold by Slipstream right there. Even though that the Coasted Coalescence could have been useful for the next fight, they could be able to build up enough ult depending on if they can keep it. They've switched in from the Sigma... They've switched from the Sigma Orisa to the Sigma Zarya to see if they can protect any of the isolated DPSs. So let's see how it's going to go. Or maybe even combo with that Zarya grab. There's the Hanzo ult not being able to combo perfectly well with the Halt taking out 2, taking out Headaches and Privy, so it looks like Ascension's gonna have to back out from this one. A Soft Sheep trying to take out Kurza before he gets isolated. He gets rocked and gets taken down. Let's see if he can back out of the fight before the other 2 chase him out, but it looks like Skylabs Slipstream's gonna back out from that fight. Even though he was able to pick out Kurzo and gain some ult gain some ult energy over there. It's still a win for Skylabs Slipstream. Whew, these are going to be some difficult fight for Skylabs Slipstream to hold. Ascension do have the momentum. Let's see how they're going to work with that Bastion ult leading the way. There's the Junkrat tire from Katie, who got taken out by... Looks like Privy was able to take out the Junkrat tire by Katie, so that denies the Junkrat ult. What could have been pivotal in the fight actually proves to be... disadvantageous. Katie was able to take out Headaches though, so at least there's going to be some loss for taking out that Junkrat tire. There's the Mei ult by Pitpat, seeing if he can get any frozen, but it looks like he wasn't able to get... Maybe he's able to get Gazani, and he's able to get Talus on the Lucio. Ooh, but Talus just escapes that Mei. And it looks like Project Ascension is on the back foot. That was a good ult by the Mei there, by Pitpat, but it looks like he wasn't able to convert any kills. And Slipstream, and Skylab Slipstream, again, holding that card right over there. Right over by the choke. There's one last push by Project Ascension, see if they can try and get any trying to get any conversions on their pushes, but they're going to be going in dry with the based on the ults alone. Soft Sheep leading the charge, trying to get an early rock, wasn't able to get the Moira. He was Pitpat able to get Talus. Kurza with the Hanzo ult takes out Jupiter, so both teams are down by their Lucio. Hedgehog launches the damage boost. The damage boost ult. Katie with the Junkrat tire takes out Mad, and it looks like the win goes to Skylab Slipstream, holding the cart right over there. So that means that they weren't able to get the full 2 points, the full 3 points, but they were able to get 2 points and about 26 meters in. So right now it's going to be Skylab Slipstream on the offense and Project Ascension on the defense. Let's see how Project Ascension's defense is going to go. Now, based on the momentum from Project Ascension, it may very well be that they might be able to hold Skylab Slipstream up to at least the first point, but it all depends on the team compositions. So it seems to be that they're sticking with the initial compositions, running both teams running the Bastion on the both on the high ground and on the cart. To see how it goes. Pitpat running the Pharah and Egyptian running the Mercy. So we're going to be having a Pharah Mercy battle with Gazani, the off tank for team Slipstream running a Diva. So his tactic would be possibly to isolate any of the DPSs that are holding the far side or any of the far chokes, but with the way Project Ascension is doing, they're going to be holding the high ground all grouped up with Pitpat running the Pharah Mercy at the back line. This may very well prove to be in Ascension's favor. However, if Pitpat gets picked off, it could turn the tide quickly to Skylabs Slipstream. Privy taking out the Mad takes out Katie, so it looks like it's Project Ascension on the backline, and Pitpat tried to push out Hollis to see if they can deny the revive, but it doesn't seem to have worked. Hedgehog taking out the Soft Sheep, Kurzao taking out Privy, and it seems to be that Slipstream's going to be having the advantage here. And a quick work for Slipstream to take out the rest of Project Ascension. And it looks like Slipstream's going to be taking the first point quickly. Pitpat just getting taken down by Gazani with her rockets by the Diva, so it looks like that's gonna be one revive wasted on the next section of this fight in Dorado. The fight seems to be equal of this fight. Gazani trying her best to get some picks with the Diva, trying to isolate the team, but he's encountering the entirety of the back line right there, and he might actually be staggered out. The invulnerability shield just barely saving him. Still though, the cart moves on with the Bastion and the Orisa set up with the shield and the damage boost, so this is going to be quite difficult for Project Ascension to push out. But Privy was able to take out Katie actually, with Kurzao actually taking out Mad, so it seems to be that Project Ascension may have the advantage just barely with Talus reviving Hedgehog, so that means that the barrier is still alive. Pablo taking out the Soft Sheep, and it looks like Slipstream's going to be able to move this cart all the way up to the second point with 4 minutes to go. Pitpat trying his best with the Pharah to try and get an easy pick, but it doesn't seem to be working very well. Both teams trying their best to try to push the cart or stall the point, and it seems to be that Slipstream is going to take the second point. With 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go, Slipstream has all the time in the world to stall it out, but as we've seen in the last match, Project Ascension were able to push that cart all the way up past after the bridge choke, so it could be that they could do it again here. They could do the same here. Katie being set up on the point, trying to get some easy picks, but it looks like there's still no picks as of the moment. There's the Hanzo ult by Kurzao. The invulnerability shield by Mad was able to save the rest of Project Ascension, but even then, nothing was, Pitpat was still taken down. It looks like the fights to Slipstream with Gazani and Katie busting out both their ults respectively. A last minute revive that could have happened by Egyptian got shut down by Katie, and it looks like Slipstream win the second map of the Community Clash Best of 5 finals. Seems to be going Slipstream's way for both maps, even though it was a close fight for the first one. This second map looks like it was easy pickings for for Slipstream. Let's see what's going to happen on the third map, and hopefully Project Ascension will be able to bring it back out. If not, Slipstream can seal it away right here and right now. As of this moment, Skylabs Slipstream has 2-0. A third map win, and it's going to be the end of this final right now. But Project Ascension may not be out of the fight yet. This next fight is going to be in King's Row, so let's hope that Project Ascension may pull out a reverse sweep and win 3 out of the 5 matches here. Or Skylabs Slipstream can just dominate and 3-0 Project Ascension. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third map of the Community Clash Finals. We are at King's Row here in London, and it's going to be a hybrid escort map. Let's see who's going to be defending and who's going to be attacking. My guess is going to be Project Ascension. Well, obviously both teams are going to be... it's going to be set based on who's on the left and who's on the right. And it's going to be... Project Ascension on attack and Skylabs Slipstream on defense. Now, as you've seen before in our previous map here in Dorado, Project Ascension, even though that they weren't able to make it to the third point, were able to push the car all the way up here. So this still could be Project Ascension's game, depending on how they play. Depending on how they play here in King's Row. As of this moment, they're going to be running the Zarya Ryan comp here, which is obviously a favorite here in King's Row to run both Zarya Ryan. And let's see how Project Slipstream is going to be responding to this. Project Slipstream is not even holding all the way up to close to the choke. They're going to elect instead to hide all the way in the back. Pitpat running the Farah Mercy comp again, see if he can get any early picks on the composition, but there seems to be none. They got May walled out, nearly leaving Headaches alone to fight for himself, but it looks like they were able to break the May wall and the entire team's back up on the point. Both teams pushing up with Project Ascension being very aggressive. Matt staying all the way back, but Hedgehogs was able to push up and take Hedgehog. Katie was able to take Privy. So it seems to be that it's equal pickings as of this moment. Karazu trying to take out Matt, and he easily freezes out Matt, nearly taking out Jupiter in the process. He was able to wall out the Mercy, but the Mercy was able to fly back to Pitpat. Pitpat taking out Talus. And it seems to be that Slipstream's got the... Slipstream was able to fight that off, but Ascension was able to get the first tick. Now let's see what's going to happen in the second fight. No ults as of this moment. With... actually, I stand corrected. Slipstream were able to get the Moira ult, so that means that Project Ascension is going to have a hard time again being walled off at the choke, leaving Headaches all alone. The Privy taking out Pablo, so that means that the ult, the Coalescent won't be able to use it. Project Ascension might be able to take this fight back. Will they be able to make it to the second tick? Privy takes out Hedgehog, Matt takes out Gazani, so this is going to be Project Ascension's win unless a miracle happens for Skylabs Slipstream, but it looks like they're going to concede the point, and this one goes to Project Ascension. Curzon nearly making out alive just with that lucky Maywall just to seal out that choke. But based on the ult alone, it looks like it's going to be 5-3. So if staggered correctly, Project Ascension might be able. Pitpat takes out 2 from... Pitpat takes 3 actually. With the barrage, a Soft Chief trying to push up and try and get Hedgehog, but it looks like they were able to hide away. Just a last minute Soft Chief pushing up all the way next to the third point. This is a risky maneuver. If he gets picked off, especially with that Zarya grab, that could prove detrimental to Project Ascension, but it seems to be that they're backing off. They're gonna wait for that next fight. Pitpat only wasting one, only using the Farah ult and taking out 3 of Skylabs Slipstream. Headaches blocks the Shatter, but the Zarya grab wasn't able to get any. Headaches was only able to take out Katie. And it seems to be that Project Ascension's ults were cancelled by Skylabs. So a beautiful block by Hedgehog there to deny that Shatter by Headache. Project Ascension, however, are still pushing the card. It looks like even though those ults were popped, they still might make it to the second point. To the first point, however, I stand. First point, I believe. It seems to be that Slipstream's holding on to these ults a bit too conservatively. Let's see what's going to happen onto the second point. With the Zarya grab, the Shatter, everything except the Coalescence. It's all down to Mad to properly know when to use the Transcendence. The Transcendence gets popped out. Slipstream saving his Slipstream saving the ults, knowing that the Transcendence is gonna get popped. Pitpat was able to get Hedgehog, denying the Shatter opportunity, but due to the fact that they're close to the spawn, this Shatter may still prove useful. keeps getting the cart still gets the cart getting pushed up all the way up close to the point. Let's see what's gonna happen to Slipstream here. It's do or die for Project Ascension, knowing that they have no ults against Slipstream's 5. There's the Zarya grab only taking out Headaches and sparing the rest of the team. There's the Shatter taking out Soft Chief and Mad. Soft Chief might, Mad might be able to escape here, but he wasn't able. Soft Chief most likely gonna get staggered and denying herself that he can get a faster spawn. Kurzweil taking out Privy, so it looks like Project Ascension is gonna have to wait a bit before they can move up in the cart. Privy has the Widow ult, but that's gonna just serve to gain more information. Pitpat trying to see if they can do some poke damage, build up some ult charge here, because another barrage would prove to be the key in winning this next team fight. A Soft Sheep has his grab ready. Headaches pushing up, seeing what's going to go. There's the Mei ult by Kurzweil, who's going to freeze out both Headaches and Soft Chiefs. It looks like Project Ascension's going to have to delay their push again, wasting the Valkyrie in the process. However, they were able to bait out the Lucio ult and the Coalescence at the same time. So, as of this moment, Project Ascension has the advantage if they can use the Zarya grab and the Pharah barrage smartly. Let's see what's going to happen. Soft Cheap just getting walled off here one by one by both the Mei and the Orisa barrier. Headaches actually has the Shatter here. Sorry, I believe not the Zarya grab, but the Shatter instead. It's going to prove pivotal for Project Ascension. There's the Shatter. It takes out 2. Will it be comboed by the grab? Will it be comboed by the barrage? Looks like Pitpat's going to be holding that barrage and gets taken out by Katie with the Reaper ult. Takes out 2 actually, taking out both the Valkyrie and the Pharah at the same time, but still the cart moves on. Looks like it wasn't enough to stop it. Hedgehog trying his best to stall the cart out from the safety of the barrier, pushing out as far as possible. It looks like they're able to take it out. And Headaches and Mad, but it looks like they might get C9 here. Will they be able to push it up? If they kill Katie, they might actually be able to do it. Last minute Transcendence by Mad trying to solve it. There's the barrage by Pitpat, takes out 2. Is it enough to push the cart in? It's still not enough. They're still stalling the cart out. Kurza with the Doomfist, and there's the Shatter, a wasted Shatter not being able to get. There's the grab by Gazani, the last minute grab, actually being able to slave Slipstream a couple of seconds, but it's enough. It's really hard, and there it is. That is a win for Project Ascension. Ooh, that was a close round for Project Ascension there. They nearly, if they weren't able to sustain that last pick, good for Mad to actually pop the Transcendence to save Headaches, just so that they'd be able to kill the Reaper. I believe that Transcendence was able to win Project Ascension's final push over for the third point, leaving them 1 minute and 34 on the time bank. Now, let's see what's going to happen for Slipstream. Will they allow Project Ascension that 1 minute 34 time bank, or are they going to breeze past that Ascension defense and try to bank as much time as possible for the overtime round? All right. Now we have Slipstream on offense, and we have Project Ascension on defense. Pitpat and Jushin still sticking to the Fire Mercy combat. It's been working very well for them, with a Soft Sheep changing instead from the Zarya Ryan to... Soft Sheep and Headaches changing from Zarya Ryan to Zarya Orisa. So there's going to be 2 barriers up. They're going to be running a double barrier here against Project Slipstream, against Skylabs Slipstream Orisa D.Va. So this is going to be a quite interesting match. The D.Va is going to prove useful if he's able to take out any of the backline support, such as Mad, or, well, Jupshin's going to be in the air with Pitpat, so that maybe he might be spared from the D.Va. Let's see how it's going to go. Soft Sheep taking out some initial damage. Headaches trying to just dissuade anyone to move further closer to the choke, but initial damage is going to force him all the way back. Seems to be a Soft Sheep taken out. Headache's going to be the second one taken out by the focus fire of Slipstream. Gazani just a sliver away from the anti-nade. Mad taking out Hedgehogs. KD taking out Mad. Privy taking out Gazani. So it seems to be that both tanks are going to be down, but there's still, it leaves Slipstream too much space due to the fact that they're able to take out a lot of Project Ascension. Headaches running the risk of getting taken out and staggered here, because this looks like it's going to be the point for Slipstream. Kurzo trying to get some early picks on Mad here, but it looks like, well, apparently so. Kurzo takes out Mad. Ascension trying to stall out that point, but it looks like it's going to go to Skylabs Slipstream. Now Skylabs Slipstream's running it risky, running it all the way far out with Kurzo almost at half health, but he was able to take out Mad again. So that leaves the Project Ascension line, the Project Ascension's healer staggered. Mad switching to the Baptiste instead of the Ana, seeing as how it may provide him a bit more leeway and a bit more survivability against Kurzo's unrelentless Hanzo picks. They're not even holding up. They're holding up pretty far back. They're not even contesting the choke point over at the pub. The Hedgehog doing good work on that Orisa barrier. This Headaches might actually be able to. And there's Headaches who's got saved by the invulnerability shield, but pushing a bit too far up. Pitpat taking 3 from the barrage. A soft chip getting taken out, but it looks like they weren't able to make it out. It seems to be Slipstream. It seems to be Slipstream actually got denied from a lot of those fights, and a Project Ascension, especially with Pitpat's last-minute barrage, saving the team from getting that card pushed up even further. But they aren't able to get the team far back enough. The team composition back. Sorry, they aren't. Project Ascension weren't able to group up fast enough that Slipstream just ignored the fact that they got eliminated and just staggered the rest of the team. Mad's gonna be the last one staggered, leaving more free space for Skylab Slipstream to move up. Headaches might actually get taken out here, and he does by Katie with the flank by the McCree. Oh, sorry, by the sideways kill there with the McCree. Kurz taking out Preview and the Hanzo, and it looks like that's the second point going to Skylab Slipstream. Based on the ult alone, it looks like Skylab Slipstream's going to have a Lucio ult coming up, so that might be a team fight. The Terminator. Pitpat takes out Kurzo, so that means that one of their DPS is staggered, so Project Ascension does have the opening that they need. There's the Baptiste ult taking out the Hedgehog. Nice kill by Headaches over there. A soft cheap pushing up far enough, but it looks like it wasn't able to get any hook. Pitpat proving dangerous to Kurzo here. All it takes is just one errant rocket and it could prove the end of Kurzo's poke damage. There's another push by Skylab Slipstream. Looks like the Flux might actually come in here. There's the Flux taking out the soft cheap. Katie takes out Juption just based on the Deadeye. There's the Coalescence by Pablo. A last minute save by Privy to see if he can get anything from the Hanzo, but it looks like it doesn't serve. It doesn't serve to take out anyone. Katie taking out Pitpat, and it looks like the cart is inching forward closely with 4 minutes on the time bank. It seems that Project Ascension has maybe 2 or 1 more team fight left in them before they'll be before Skylab Slipstream takes them out. There's Pitpat who's got the barrage. He takes out 1, he takes out 2, or he takes out 1 only. Pablo's telling Juption that he won't be able to revive Pitpat, and it looks like Skylab Slipstream is going to win with a healthy amount of time on the time bank left. 3 minutes 37 compared to Project Ascension's 1 minute 34. So Project Ascension is going to have a difficult time trying to do a full hold here to see if they can get it. So let's see what's going to happen here. So Project Ascension, just 1 match away from being eliminated from the finals of the Community Clash Open Bracket, have to do their best to hold out over here against Skylab Slipstream. Now let's see how far Project Ascension can push their team up. Pitpat and Juption still sticking to the Pharaoh Mercy comp that saved them. Privy switching to the Widow instead of the Hanzo. A soft chief and Headaches running the Zarya Rhine comp. Let's see if this is going to be the last match for Project Ascension, or are we going to go for another map? Let's have some support for both Project Ascension and Skylabs Slipstream over here. Let's see how it's gonna go. Now the extra time for King's Row begins. A beautiful beautiful self bubble there by a soft sheep to deny that rock. It looks like Skylabs Slipstream is playing all the way in the back to see if they can deny this. Looks like Project Ascension is gonna go for a comp change. They're going to switch to a dive comp instead of their initial Ryan Zarya to try and deny that Bastion all the way at the very end. Let's see if this is going to work out for them. Gazani with the Wild Rock taking out Hedex. They haven't taken the first point yet, so this is time that's just being wasted with the switch of the composition. They got 52 seconds left. What is happening for Project Ascension? Looks like they're going to go for a last minute. They're trying to see if they can get a pick. Kurzau takes out Pitpat, even delaying the push further. Project Ascension is just waiting. Let's see what's going to happen here. They're just waiting for Pitpat to spawn back as Genji to see if they can do for the dive. Let's see if they'll be able to do it. There's Hedex and a soft cheap ready to dive the back point. Are they going to dive the back point before they get killed? Looks like that's a good successful dive there, but the invulnerability shield keeps them alive just for a little bit more, just for a little bit longer. It seems to be Hedex putting some good work, but Katie takes out Pitpat, leading the damage low. Preview wasn't able to get any hacks there, and it looks like they're going to be and looks like Project Ascension is going to be staggered out, and it's going to go for Skylab. The win is going to go to Skylab Slipstream. Now, this is the last hurrah for Project Ascension. Can they do a full hold against Skylab Slipstream, or is Skylab Slipstream going to win King's Row? The last match begins. Now let's see what Project Ascension is going to run for their defensive composition. Looks like they're going to be running a Orisa Hog. They're going to see if they can isolate any of the DPSs using the hook, and Pitpat's gone for the Junkrat to see if they can deny the barrier. They're assuming that Skylab Slipstream is going to either run the Ryan Zarya or the Orisa Sigma, but it seems to be that they're doing a combination with Gazani again on the Diva to see if they can isolate any of the DPS that's strewn too far in the backline. Kurzau with the Hanzo, and Katie running the Sombra, so it looks like he might be able to get some quick picks here. Let's see what's gonna happen. Katie running invisible to see if he can get all the way up to the back line. Looks like he might be able to hack the entire back line here. He's running it risky. This is risky for Project Ascension. They're leaving the entire first point unprotected, knowing that that all it takes is just one tick to lose this match. They've dropped down to the corner of the next to the phone booth, but they're still getting pushed out. It's Palace taking out the invulnerability field. Privy takes out Hedgehog. Gazani takes out a soft cheap. It's still Project Ascension's match to win, but it looks like Kurzau was able to take out Pitpat. Jushin saves Pitpat and takes out Gazani and Pablo in the same map, so it looks like Project Ascension is saved this time. Kurzau is just running away, trying to get some picks, maybe taking out the Sigma in the process, but he's at 49 all the way in deep with no healers and support, so it looks like he'll get cleaned out and staggered. That leaves some time for Project Ascension to try and get some damage, and Pitpat takes out Katie again. The DPS is staggered, so that means there's not going to be no full-on push. Gazani holding out on the far side here, nearly getting taken out, but luckily he's saved by the support of the Moira by Pablo. Pablo has the Coalescence, so they could actually push in if they want to. They're still waiting. Pitpat has the chance to save this next team fight if he could build the Junkrat Tire. Now, will he hold the Junkrat Tire and wait for the Coalescence, or is he going to go it early and see if he can bait it out? He's going all the way to the back to see if he can flank them out. The rest of team Slipstream's gonna go and try and get the high ground. Katie's on the back line, nearly hacking the Bastion, but he gets killed out. The Coalescence from Pablo pushes it out. Gazani in the back line, he might actually get a Diva Bomb here. Just dealing damage without anyone from Project Ascension even bothering to contest Gazani. Pitpat was able to take out Pablo with the Junkrat Tire. Privy takes out Hedgehog. And Gazani is still going to get staggered out. So it looks like Project Ascension lived to fight another day with 1:27 left. Now, Kurzao has the Hanzo ult and Gazani has the Diva ult. So these are two really powerful ults that could zone the team out of the point and actually potentially win Slipstream the game. However, Privy, Egyptian, and Hedex do have their ult. So this could prove to be another win for Ascension based on the ult alone. But he gets hacked by the Sombra, and there goes Project Ascension gonna bust out their ult. Slipstream runs out with the Diva ult. He takes out Hedex. Kurzao takes out Pitpat. Pitpat was able to take out both DPSs, and it looks like it could be Project Ascension's win again. Talus still hasn't released his Hanzo ult, so that he Kurzao actually releases Hanzo ult, but it doesn't even get any kills. Talus still has the Lucio ult here, and that could actually prove to be the one that could win Slipstream the game. 30 more seconds for one last team fight. Project Ascension has been doing admirably well holding out against Slipstream, so we don't even know who's going to win this next fight. This could actually lead to a draw here in King's Row. There's the Pitpat taking out Kurzao. Talus with the Lucio ult. Mad was able to take out Hedgehog, so this actually might go Ascension's way. Let's see what's going to happen here. Soft Chief taking out Talus, and it seems to be Ascension actually holding out, not giving them the tick. Now for the overtime, will they be able to make it to the stall? No, it doesn't look like it, and it's gonna go to a draw in King's Row. Ladies and gentlemen, Project Ascension survives a map, and it's gonna go to a 6-map game instead of a 5-map game. So it looks like Project Ascension isn't going down without a fight. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be going to a 6-6 maps, and we're going to be going to our 4th matchup next up. Project Ascension is doing really well keeping up against Skylabs Slipstream. They could have actually lost that one, not even being able to make the first tick, but it seems to be that the massive ults from both teams show that maybe the game isn't over yet. Alright, it looks like Project Ascension is going to swap out a soft cheap and bring in Sage. So Hedex is still sticking on to the main tank, but it looks like Sage is going to switch to the off tank role, unless it'll be the other way around. No substitutions for Slipstream yet, because Centric's still on the sidelines, on the spectators. Our next map is going to be Hanamura. So let's see how it goes. These are some good games that we're having today. It seems to be a close matchup. Slipstream does have the advantage based on those team fights, but it looks like they weren't able to actually close it out in King's Row. So we're going to be going to Hanamura for the second map, for the 4th map of this 6-game series. So let's see who's going to be on defense here on Hanamura. The game is still 2-0 for Skylabs Slipstream. All they need to do is win one map, and they'll be able to make it to, and they'll be the Community Clash Open Bracket final winners. However, Project Ascension still has a chance to reverse sweep this on the 6th game on the tiebreaker. So this is still this is just Skylab Slipstream's game to lose, or Project Ascension's game to well, Project Ascension will have to win the next 3 maps to be able to be our finals. All Slipstream have to do is just win one. So this is Slipstream's game to lose. Maybe Project Ascension will be able to do a miraculous 3-sweep run of this game and bring this to the tiebreaker map, but it seems to be that Project Ascension is going to have an uphill battle. They're still running the Pitpat Egyptian Pharaoh Mercy comp on Hanamura, so no changes there. And for Slipstream side, they're going to be running the Sigma Orisa Barrier comp with Kurzao on May. Now, let's see how it's going to go. Is Pitpat going to get some early picks here using the Pharaoh, or is it going to have to, or is the defense of Slipstream going to be too much for it? nearly getting taken out by that by those Sigma attacks, but luckily he was able to get healed up by the Mercy. No picks as of this moment. Katie just providing some damage, but also having to move out from the high ground, so it looks like it's going to be in Project Ascension's favor. Being pushed off in the high ground, they're going straight for the point. No regards for safety with Headaches getting taken out. Privy was able to take out Talus, so they have the advantage based on the amount of people who got taken down. Sage pushing up on point. Juption actually going to revive Headache, so actually giving them the advantage. Let's see what's going to happen. Sage takes out Gazani, and Sage also takes out Katie from the behind, and it looks like Project Ascension have the advantage. Kurzo just on the back, just looks like no one in Project Ascension actually noticed the Mei. And finally he gets taken down, but that backline could have stalled him out if he ice blocked it there. Now we're moving up. Let's see what's going to happen for Project Ascension. Are they going to go for the top right maneuver? Or are they going to go down in the middle and go towards main? It seems to be that Skylabs Slipstream is going to be protecting the top right over there, but it looks like Pitpat and Juption's going to try and get some flanks over by the left side. They're all going for the top right, but instead of going all the way up onto the stairs, they're going to set up over by the archway and see if they can get some picks by setting up the Bastion here. No picks as of this moment. Sage taking out Kurzo, Katie taking out Pitpat, Matt taking out Pablo. Katie taking out Matt, so that means that both Baptistes are going to be down for the fight. Privy taking out Hedgehog, so it looks like another free tick with Skylabs nearly not contesting that point. That could have been a tick for Project Ascension. However, Sage is going to get taken down easily by Kurzo and Gazani over here. Headache's just trying his best to stall out maybe another tick, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen, and they're going to have to lose that team fight. Mad has the Baptiste all ready and waiting to go combo with Privy, so this could actually prove useful for Project Ascension. Headaches and Sage are going to have their ults a little bit more soon, maybe if they're able to gain it before the team fight. And Juption, Pitpat actually switching out to the Mei instead of the Pharah. So that means that the Barrage is not going to come anytime soon. Let's see what's going to happen. Looks like Project Ascension's all going to go all the way up on... they're going to go all the way up on the top right, see if they can get some contest. Sage trying to push up there. Trying to get some takings. No luck, he still got the Flux. The invulnerability by Baptiste has been released. There's the Bastion window. Both Bastion windows have been popped. Katie got taken out before he could pop out the Deadeye ult, so it looks like Project Ascension has the advantage based on the ults. Both having the Orisa damage boost and the Sigma Flux. A wild ult by the Hanzo there to try and get anyone, but it looks like they got the point. There's the Sigma ult, but the invulnerability field by the Baptiste was too late, and it looks like Gazani was able to take them out, and that was a beautiful Sigma ult by Gazani, taking out the entirety of Project Ascension. Now, had Mad saved his invulnerability field for a much later date, he would have been able to counteract that Sigma, but I believe he popped it out early so he can take out the contestants of Slipstream all the way in the top right of that point. Now, Skylabs Slipstream actually used all their ults in that fight. Whoa, Talus got taken out in Kurzo, so this could be the momentum that Project Ascension needs. Both the Mercy and the Hanzo taken down. Let's see what's going to happen. They get walled off on the top right, leaving it. There's the damage boost that's going to happen by Headaches. Katie gets taken down by... Katie takes down Headaches, which is really bad for Project Ascension, leaving their main tank out in the open. Gazani dies. Just based on that, Talus was able to revive Hedgehog, but it still seems to be Project Ascension's attack on point. Hedgehog was able to get them still on that corner. There's the Flux. Will it be able to counteract? There's the Hanzo getting taken out. Headaches quickly moving back with the Hammond to see if he can take out the Orisa. He actually takes out the Hog as well, leaving Katie all alone to try and contest that point. And it looks like Project Ascension may be able to finish this out if they can kill Pablo with the Moira. A wild rock there, not taken out. There's the Mei ult, the Mei ult to see if he can take out the rest, to zone out the rest of the team, and that goes to Project Ascension with the first round. Project Ascension have 2 minutes on the time bank to see if they can get it back with Skylabs Slipstream going to have to make sure that they have more than 2 minutes on that time bank. So they're going to have to capture the first 2 points of Hanamura extremely quick. So let's see what's going to happen here. Ladies and gentlemen, give out those shoutouts in the middle of the tank, in the middle of the chat. Show your support for either Skylabs Slipstream or Project Ascension. Let's see who's going to win this finals. All Project Ascension has to do is win 3 maps back to back to be the final winner, while Skylabs only have to win 1. So let's see how it's going to go. Can Project Ascension last against the onslaught of Skylabs Slipstream, or are they going to, or is the finals going to end right here with a victory for Skylabs? Now, this is going to be an interesting composition. Pitpat's running out the Symmetra, so usually he's going to get maybe a couple of cheeky Symmetra turrets here and there. See if he can catch anyone from... both teams actually going to run Symmetra, actually, so this is a... interesting point. They didn't run that in the last map, so this is maybe they've known something from both... maybe they know something from the last two... from the last 2 rounds that they might actually play here. They've set up a teleporter to hide in, so this is a smart move by Project Ascension. They know that in case they get pushed off the point, they won't be able, if they ever need to back out, they don't back out into the open and get taken out by Project Slipstream, but they'll actually be able to back out into a more safe area. Previous able to take out Katie, so that means they're bastions down. The Skylabs Slipstream actually teleported all the way in the top right, so let's see if Project Ascension is going to stick through and stay up to the point, or if they're going to drop down. The Symmetra teleporter hasn't been taken out yet. There's the move. Sage electing to stay all the way out, leaving Mad on the Baptiste all the way at the end. They've actually backed out to the other point, so this is a smart move by Project Ascension, sacrificing no picks whatsoever, and actually providing some advantage. But Katie with the Baptiste ult by Pablo actually eliminates most of the team, and Kurzao and the rest of the Skylabs Slipstream clean out. It was an admirable move by Project Ascension, but sadly, it didn't work out in the end. Sage is going to be the last one staggered, trying his best to get maybe a pick, but that is a win for Skylabs Slipstream, or the first point, with an ample amount of time to spare. 2 minutes 42 on the time bank. Leaves them 5 minutes and 36 with a lot of ults to spare. Hedgehog is going to get his ult up soon with 71%. The massive Maywall looks like Skylabs Slipstream is going to go for an early push. Rather than let it go through main, they actually teleported through the... they actually went through the side teleport rather than going through main or on the top right. So that actually caught me out. I expected them to go towards the... top right or through the main, but it looks like they went for the cheeky Symmetra, and it looks like Talius and Pablo's gonna get caught out by Sage there. Good move by Skylabs Slipstream, but Project Ascension was ready and waiting for that cheeky flank. That could have been a quick game for Skylabs Slipstream. Looks like it didn't work out for them. Still, 4 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock. They still have ample time to beat out Project Ascension, with 2 ults on the horizon as well. Katie, oh sorry, make that 4. They've done the teleport on the back right. Let's see what's going to happen here. They're going to go for the Bastion ult to set up, but sadly, Katie gets taken out before anything happens. There's a Sigma ult by Sage there to take out Gazani, and looks like they're just going to have to reset. Again, good counter by Project Ascension to bypass Skylabs Slipstream's like cheeky ults with the teleporter. They were able to even bait out both the Baptiste ult, trying to get Katie to get some kills up on the top hatch, and I believe also the Diva ult, but it looks like the Diva ult wasn't actually popped at that moment. Gazani still has the Diva ult ready and waiting to go. Let's see what's gonna happen. It's prime maneuver for the Diva ult to actually be popped here and take out the entirety of Skylabs Slipstream, but it looks like they're not gonna go. They're using smart teleporter play to transition themselves between either the advantage point up here or the corner of the point. There's the invulnerability field for both sides. Gazani has the chance to pop the Diva ult right here. There it is. Let's see, is it gonna get a kill? They're all cornered over there, but the invulnerability shield saves both of them. And Hedex was able to take out Hedgehogs. Talus was able to revive Katie. Katie takes out Privy. Pitpass takes out Katie, so it looks like it's even pickings again. Another revive by Juption to revive Kurzao, to revive Privy and take out Kurzao at the same time. Project Ascension, knowing their angles and willing to play defense extremely well, has actually whittled down the time bank to 2 minutes and 53. So it looks like Skylabs Slipstream has maybe 3 more team fights, and if they play and if Project Ascension plays as well as they are doing right now, they might actually be able to stall Slipstream at the point. Still, the ults are generating, and it looks like Pablo has his the Baptiste ult, and Katie still has the Bastion ult, so it looks like it could prove disastrous to Project Ascension if any of their shields fail or if there's a misstep. Again, they're gonna have the ult up trying to play on both sides. There's the Baptiste ult being popped out. Katie trying to get some kills, but Prim with the with the Temetra ult, they're now electing to go on the bottom left, seeing if they can go, but they're not protected by any of the shields. And that halt by the Orisa actually proved detrimental. Hedgehog actually doing a flank from behind to see if he can take out Project Ascension. They move back Katie with the Baptiste with the Bastion ult, taking out Pitpat. And it looks like it's going to be Project Ascension who's going to be on the defense and on the back foot. Sage takes out Katie. Privy launching his Bastion ult, taking out Hedex, but it looks like Skylabs Slipstream have the advantage. Pablo taking out Sage, and Kurzal being left all alone. And it looks like Skylabs Slipstream is going to take the point. Hedex doing his best to try and stall out the game. Could have taken out he could have taken out Pablo, and he did. And it looks like Project Ascension actually stalled out the point. They weren't even able to get to the second tick. So again, Project Ascension are saved by the skin of their teeth. Skylab Slipstream is too passive in their pushes. They could have won that map, but it looks like just bad luck and maybe unlucky picks shows that Slipstream may not be able to push this. They may not be able to finish this out. There's still 2 ults and a third one with the Sigma ult coming up by Gazani. So if Talus plays as well, they'll be able to Volk up and maybe prove sustaining power. Kurz already gets taken out early by the Hanzo. Hedgehog takes out Mad, so that's their Baptiste down, nearly taking Pita with the Symmetra. There's the Sigma Flux, may be able to taking out more. He takes out Sage and Juption, and this might go to Project Slipstream, as that is a team kill. Will they be able to stall it out, or will this go to a minute for Project Slipstream? That was to Skylab Slipstream.
Score 2-2. Initiating match.
Ooh, this is a close match for both teams. Well, close match for Project Ascension, just surviving by the skin of their teeth. But sadly, Project Ascension is going to get that one.
Ready for battle.
And it's going to be Project Skylab Slipstream on attack again. Skylab Slipstream on attack and Project Ascension on defense. Now, all Project Ascension have to do is make sure that they don't make it to the second point, but with 2 minutes and 47 seconds to spare, or else this is going to be another draw for Skylab Slipstream. Now let's see how both teams are going to go. Now, is Project Ascension going to do that play with the teleport to see if they can do the 2-way? And it looks like they are. Let's see how Skylab Slipstream's going to respond. They're still running Orisa Hog on this. They're going to run Orisa Hog on this one, see if they can pick out any of the DPS. I believe they spotted the teleporter. The halt there taking out Katie. So good on Hedex and being able to hook the Katie all the way, but Talus was able to respond and revive Katie without any further ado. There's another hook nearly taking out Kurzao and the Hedgehog. Another teleport by Project Ascension, seeing as how they can contest the point without having to reveal themselves. there's a wall leaving the teleport out, leaving Headax all alone, and it looks like Egyptian's able to take Sage out, so they may actually be able to sustain this fight. Headax taking out the teleporter, and it's Katie getting taken out, and 5 minutes left to go for Project Ascent for 4 minutes left to go for Skylabs Slipstream, and it looks like it's going to be round 3. So it seems to be the Skylabs Slipstream, it wasn't able to get the first point. And it's still 2-2. Now, all Project Ascension have to do is get the first point, and they are going to make it to a third map. To a 5th map. Now let's see if Skylabs Slipstream is going to respond in kind and turn this into a 5th map, or are they going to just end it here? But Project Ascension is doing a heroic job with this, with their defense. Now, can they replicate this in the offense?
Ready for battle.
Now let's see what Skylabs Slipstream is going to run here. Katie's running the Junkrat, Kurzawa and the Hanzo. They're running the Sigma Orisa double barrier. Let's see what cheeky tactics Project Ascension have on their sleeve to get past the choke point. Pablo and Talis running the Ana and Mercy. Compared to Egyptian, still sticking to that Mercy, and Mad sticking to the Baptiste. No Bastion. Oh, Privy's running on the Bastion, so this could prove pivotal if he gets set up fast and gets some picks. And we are underway. Hitpat doing some initial poke damage. No cheeky maneuvers by Skylabs Slipstream. They're just opting to play the safe on the point and getting the barriers up and just making sure that they get their damage output out. Pitpap's already at the point trying to get some damage in. They haven't contested as much as expected, proving to be a bit more passive than usual. Kurzawa takes out Pitpat, so that means that their aerial support is going to be gone for Project Ascension and leaves them on the back foot. Egyptian, knowing that, revives Pitpat, so that means that this is the last chance for Project Ascension. 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Can Skylabs Slipstream hold them off long enough? No picks after this moment. Looks like they're still defending on main. The invulnerability shield by the Baptiste released by Project Ascension. That could prove useful. That could prove pivotal if if Skylabs Slipstream release another ult. It seems to be not their favor yet. No picks after this moment. Katie takes out Pitpat again. Sorry. Skylabs Slipstream take out Katie again. Matt takes out 2. Pitpat takes out Katie. There's the Hanzo ult by Kurzawa. Looks like he was able to take out Mad, but it seems to be Project Ascension taking the win here if they can kill Gazani, who's been stalling it out. And it looks like we are going to a 5th map, ladies and gentlemen. That is the first win for Project Ascension in the 6-map series. Now, can Project Ascension win 2 more?
Play of the game.
Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a tough fight for Project Ascension. But good matches overall. Now, Project Ascension have to do another 2 more matches if they want to win this Community Clash final. But Skylabs just have to close out 1, and we are moving on to Route 66 for the 5th map of this 6-map series. Whew, this is a very tough. This has been a very long matchup indeed. I expected Skylabs Slipstream to actually close that out over there in Hanamura. So it seems to be that Project Ascension was able to take it back and win that, and we are now going on to a 5th map. Skylabs Slipstream currently have 2, with Project Ascension having 1. Now, this is going to be very interesting. Both teams are doing extremely well with their matchups, but it seems to be that Project Ascension have the momentum with both tanks of Project Ascension, Headax and Sage, proving to be pivotal in some of those matches. I'd like to also say that during the extra time moments, that the Symmetra teleport in both the high ground and onto the point was a very smart move by Project Ascension. Using those two teleports, they're able to move into, they're able to contest the point instantly without having to sacrifice jumping down from the high ground. So this actually could have confused Slipstream when they were aiming, when most of their DPSs were aiming towards the high ground, when suddenly they would be getting damage from behind. So good on Project Ascension for discovering that, for practicing that neat trick. But however, it does take a lot of team tactics and team composition and team communication just to be able to time when to do the transfer between either the high ground or on the main point. They've done it twice, both on Hanamura point A and on Hanamura point B. It seems to be that we're taking a little bit of time off just to get both teams a little bit of a break. I'd like to mention that both Skylabs and Project Ascension have Skylabs Slipstream and Project Ascension have been playing the entire match stage all the way up until the initial group stages that started at 9 o'clock that started at 7 o'clock this evening. So they're currently up to an almost 3-hour runtime on this tournament. So both teams might be feeling this fatigue right now. Hopefully they'll be able to save up enough energy to make it to map 6, but all it takes is just for one team to break on the fatigue, and it's going to be a tough matchup, and it's going to be a one loss for the map. So Project Ascension is going to have to fight through their match fatigue if they want to reverse sweep this, and Skylabs has to make sure that they don't lose one map, or else it's going to be a draw, and we're going to go to the tiebreaker. So ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the 5th map for the Community Clash Open Bracket Finals, and we are in Route 66. So this is going to be Project Ascension on the attack and Skylabs Slipstream on the defense. Another favorite map of the community to play. Route 66 is going to have a lot of long sightlines, so expect to see a lot of DPS snipers such as Hanzo and Widowmaker, but this also proves great for any Pharah Mercy play, so we might be able to see that Pitpat Juption combo with the Mercy due to the fact that there's no ceiling on this map. A lot of open spaces that could be useful in getting those splash kills, so let's see what's going to happen. It seems to be that Pitpat's not running the Pharah Mercy and opting instead to run the Hanzo with Juption on the Lucio. So it looks like they're going to try and go for the semi-sniper comp here. Skylabs Slipstream, on the other hand, is going to be running that same comp as well, with Kurza on the Hanzo and Katie on the McCree, so they'll have as much hit scan as possible. Maybe they have been expecting the Pharah due to the fact that Katie picked the McCree, but they might be surprised at this. Oop, it looks like there might be a switch. Juption switched to Mercy, but Pitpat's still sticking to the Hanzo. So let's see how it's gonna go in 3 seconds. And we are underway for the 5th match of the Community Clash Finals with Project Ascension versus Skylabs Slipstream. It seems to be that Privy's having a hard time setting up on the cart here with Hedex awkwardly placing that Bastion barrier, and it seems like they'll be able to push it all the way up to the choke without even setting up on the Bastion. A wild rock there, proving to be useful, taking out no Pixas at this moment. Katie taking out Sage, so it looks like they're a main tank down for Project Ascension. Project Hedgehog trying his best to whittle down the opponents. Privy was able to take out Gazani and Katie at the same time, so that means that Skylabs Slipstream is 3 down. Privy popping off, taking out almost the entirety of Skylabs Slipstream's team. Sage taking out Kurzo and cleaning out the rest. So it looks like the first point is going to go to Project Ascension. Let's see what Skylabs Slipstream is going to respond with. They're holding up pretty close up onto the choke rather than sleeping on. Sage gets slept out and nearly gets taken out, but Privy was able, again, taking out Katie. Just being the rock on that card, taking out Skylabs Slipstream one after the other. Skylabs Slipstream has seen this and they've decided to take up a little bit farther back out, but it seems to be that they're not grouping up for any solid defense as of this moment. They might be trying to hold the upper corner of the saloon here and see if he can get any kills. There's Gazani, no hooks yet. There's the initial hook that missed. Pitpat takes out Pablo. Pitpat takes out Hedgehog. Privy takes out Talus. And again, another team fight lost by Skylabs Slipstream. I may have mentioned it before, but it seems to be happening now. It looks like match fatigue's taking a toll on Skylabs Slipstream, with many of their team fights getting lost out and Project Ascension taking the advantage here. Now, based on the ults alone, Pitpat has the Hanzo ult and Privy has the Bastion ult, so this could prove to be another teamfight win. Let's see what's going to happen. Hedgehog's dropped all the way down to try and stall at the point. There's the Hanzo ult by Project Ascension. No kills as of this moment. Bad takes out Kurzos. Sage takes out Katie. Gazani takes out the Bastion. There's the full hog by Gazani to see if he can stall out, and it looks like this could go Slipstream's way, but the Lucio saves Skylab Slipstream. Pablo cleaning out Pitpad right there, and that just leaves Sage and Privy to hold it out. But it seems to be that they're still holding out. The Hanzo ult not taking out anyone based on that beautiful invulnerability shield by Mad, but it looks like Skylab Slipstream's gonna win this out. Headaches, for one reason or another, 1v2ing and actually might take both of them out. So let's see if Headaches can take it out. Headaches takes out Katie, but there's this support by Gazani, so it looks like it's a bit too early for Project Ascension to call that another point. That could have been a point with 2.85 meters to go. All it took, it was just for Skylab Slipstream to slip off by just a little bit by a meter, and that could have been their point. But luckily, Skylab Slipstream stuck to the point, made sure that they didn't give it out, didn't give it free to Project Ascension, and we are now to another team fight, to a team fight won by Slipstream. Looks like all of Project Ascension is going to go up on the saloon. Gazani, there's the Junkrat tire, takes out Privy, but luckily it got saved by the Bastion vulnerability shield. Pitpat takes out Kurzo, but looks like Project Ascension is going to have to back out and lose this one. Pitpat's going to gets taken care of, and Katie kills off Mad. And again, another win for Skylab Slipstream. Now, Project Ascension have a chance to push it up to the second point here, where they have 4 ults ready to go. 1 damage boost, 1 Baptiste window damage boost, and Privy's Bastion ult. So let's see how they're gonna go. Looks like Skylab Slipstream set up on the upper saloon part. There's the Baptiste ult, trying to take advantage of the Bastion. No kills as of this moment. There's the Hanzo trying to get some kills. Egyptian revives Privy. Another Hanzo just to respond to Project Ascension. So Headaches gets hooked. Sage kills Gazani. There's Privy releasing the Bastion ult and actually gets 3. Egyptian saving his team, and it looks like the cart will be pushed up to the point. This is a win for Project Ascension. They were able to win this team fight, and they might be able to make it to all the way up to the second point. Skylab Slipstream is gonna give that away. And it looks like Project Ascension had the momentum here, and pretty well at this point. Sage still has 1 ult. Pablo already built up the Coalescence. Could be the deciding factor in this next team fight. Will Skylab Slipstream stall it out, or will Project Ascension push it out all the way? Nice save by Pablo there, saving Kurzo. Gazani takes out Mad, but Mad was able to be revived, so that looks like that makes the point moot here. Headaches trying his best to protect his teammate Privy. Maybe he can get some kills. He gets hooked out and he gets taken out. There's the Hanzo ult by Pitpat. Will it take anyone? No kills after this moment, but it isolates Talus. Gazani trying to take the Sigma out, but gets taken down by Privy. And it looks like Project Ascension is still back on the attack. More good moves of Project Ascension, slowly whittling down Skylab Slipstream's defense. There's the Sigma ult by Project Slipstream, is able to take out 3, but the Lucio boot by Talus saves it. Talus himself going down, but saving the rest of his teammates in the process. It looks like Hedex takes out Hedgehog and Pablo, so it looks like Project Ascension is going to get that card moving. Curzo at the end there. Let's see what's going to happen. Katie looks like with the Junkrat Tire gets taken out by Sage, so it looks like that Junkrat Tire isn't going to save the day for Skylabs Slipstream. Let's see what's going to happen. Looks like Project Ascension is going to take this all the way. Can Gazani be able to stall this out? It looks like they may be stalling it out. Pablo's on the point as the Moira. Egyptian busted out the Valkyrie ult. There's the Hanzo ult trying to get everyone off the point, but based on that healing alone, it's just stalling them out. Hedex trying to stay alive. Privy gets rezzed by the Valkyrie ult. Sage still on the point, and looks like Skylab Slipstream C9 that, and it's a point. It looks like it's going to be a full 3 points for Project Ascension with 43 seconds left on the time bank. This is going to be a tough fight for Project Ascension, but they are doing extremely well. They're taking Skylab Slipstream all the way on this one. But again, with 43 seconds on the clock, Skylab Slipstream did an amazing job to whittle down that Project Ascension's time bank. So, if Project Ascension roll past Skylab's, Skylab Slipstream roll past Project Ascension's defense, then this may be over for Skylabs, and we may be seeing a win for Skylab Slipstream. The match is up with 3 seconds out, and it looks like we are underway. Seems to be normal compositions for... They seems to be using the same composition for Project Ascension. Skylab Slipstream slipping it up. Maybe they're switching it up a bit. Gazani back on the Diva. Seems to be using that same tactic of trying to isolate any of the DPS. So let's see what's going to happen here. Pitpat seeing if he can get an initial pick just for that Hanzo, but it looks like it's gonna prove dangerous. He could get hooked out, and he's going back to the point. So it looks like Slipstream's gonna have all the space to push up at least under the choke point over there by the underpass. Now, will they make it all the cascade? Now that's a wild rock. That's gonna go down. It's not gonna hit anyone. So it looks like that's gonna be a pity for Sage not getting any hits. Looks like Privy was able to get out Hedgehog. That Bastion doing amazing work against Project Slipstream. Talus is able to get out to revive Hedgehog. And it seems to be good for Project Ascension. There's Gazani trying to dive the back line. He's hiding behind the... He's hiding right behind the sign just to make sure he doesn't get taken out. But it looks like he's proving his worth, annoying the entirety of the back line. They're still able to do it. And it looks like Slipstream's able to push the card up, so there's no recourse for Ascension whatsoever. And it seems to be that this is going to be a team fight for Slipstream. Ooh, Gazani getting taken out back to his Gremlin level. But still, they still have the card, with Matt just desperately staying on the payload to see if he can stall it out as much as possible. And that is going to be the first point for Skylab Slipstream. Now let's see what's going to happen for Project Ascension. Project Ascension has shown that they know how to do some cheeky tactics, so let's see what's going to happen here. They're still sticking to the high ground point, all grouping up. They're not going for a separate point, so it looks like they don't have a control point to fall back on. Kurzo just providing some damage here, but Pitpat takes out Kurzo. They move back up to the saloon high point. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Gazani trying to break out that barrier without even taking any damage. So this looks like it's good, but the Pitpat's Hanzo does delay that tactic further due to the Hanzo ult. There's Katie with her ult, with the Junkrat ult. It only took out the immortality field. Will it take out the rest of the team? Pablo's finished off Sage using the Coalescence. Vivi is running very low. Pablo takes out Hedex. Katie takes out Privy. And looks like Apfan's gonna get... Juption's gonna get staggered out. And another quick fight for Skylab Slipstream. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Skylabs Slipstream's on a roll in the momentum with a 3 minute and 44 time bank left, but Project Ascension could stall them out in the last point. So let's see if Slipstream have the momentum to finish it with a big time bank, or will Project Ascension hold the line? Sage with his Sigma Flux ready to pop it whenever necessary. Mad was able to take out Katie. That means they're gonna have to stagger with their support. No invulnerability field, so Sage can pop that Sigma ult right now. There it is. He takes out Talus, no healing, leaving both supports and the tank for Slipstream taken out. But Pablo finishes off Sage, being too aggressive there. Sage proving pivotal in making sure that Skylabs Slipstream stay alive. But it looks like, even though with both supports and a tank down, Skylabs Slipstream is gonna back out from a fight. There's the D.Va ult by Gazani taking out 3, leaving all the fight for Slipstream negated just by that D.Va bomb. So it looks like they'll be able to make it all the way up to the point unless Project Ascension can stall it out. But with the way it's going, Hedgehog still has the damage boost to use against the opposing team of Project Ascension. And it's proving out. There's Mad trying to run out his own Baptiste. I'll see if he can get any damage, but it doesn't look like it's proving any use. He gets taken out, and it looks like Sage is on the D.Va just to do a last minute. There's Katie with the Junkrat tire, takes out Sage and Juption, and it looks like Project Ascension isn't going to win this. Hedex is last, trying to just stall it out. He's going to Hammond spin to win, but he gets taken out as well. Pritpat with the Doomfist, trying to get anything. Sage, again, all the stall compositions coming out. Tal is running out with his with the Valkyrie ult, just try to just sustain it. No ults on any other team, on the team. There's the Bob, just so that it can stall at the point, but he gets booped off. And will it be enough to make it for Project Ascension? Hedex doing his best time, but the Hanzo ult tries out, and then there's the D.Va bomb. Hedex still amazingly alive. I don't even know how the hell he's able to stay alive with 2 ults in those ways. He's still stalling it out for Project Ascension. But still, can he do it for 3 minutes? It seems to be the case. Project Ascension seems to be speeding up. It seems to be that Skylabs Slipstream aren't slowing down, but it seems to be that they're gonna have to back out. It looks like Project Ascension, by the skin of their teeth, have won this team fight. The Hedgehog's gonna have to back out, and that leaves the payload at 0.33 meters. Project Ascension have escaped by the skin of their teeth. Now, what's gonna happen here? Is Slipstream gonna make it out? Is Slipstream gonna do the final push, or is Project Ascension, Katie inadvertently pulled the Junkrat ult too early? Karazo takes out Sage, leaving Project Ascension 1 down. Hedgehog takes out Hedex, but he gets walled out, leaving Gazani all the way at the end. Will he get taken out? But no, Previ gets taken out by Katie, and it looks like Skylabs Slipstream have the advantage. There's the ult by Talus, giving all the advantage. Another ult by Kurzal just to play out. Then there's Hedex again on the Hammond. Will he stall it out? Will he spin to win? And he gets taken out. There's the D.Va bomb just to zone everyone, and it looks like it's a win for Skylabs Slipstream with 1 minute and 56 minutes left on the clock.
Score 3-3. Switching sides.
Admiral for Project Ascension to do that last minute stall. Rather than have a 2 minute and a half time bank, they actually have a 1 minute 56, meaning that they only have an extra minute to see if they can push the payload as far as possible, rather than the extra 2 minutes. So this could actually mean that Project Ascension have the opening to make this out, to make it out alive. And we have Skylabs Slipstream on defense and Project Ascension on offense. They didn't have time to switch around their comp, so Gazani's still gonna stick with his D.Va composition on defense, with Hedgehog on the Orisa. Project Ascension switching it up, running a Orisa Zarya, so they are gonna try and run a full pirate ship comp here, with Privy and the Bastion staying in the middle of the payload, protected both sides by both Sage on the Reinhardt and Privy on the and Hedex on the Orisa. For some reason, Sage switched to Hammond, so let's see if he's gonna do a rollout. But I believe he's gonna switch back to Sigma. So I'm guessing I spoke too soon in calling out that pirate ship composition. But hey, the double barrier is still the same. Now let's see if there's going to be any initial picks. Kurzao doesn't seem to have gotten any initial pick with the Hanzo. Going in all the way deep to see if he can pick it out. Pitpat, knowing that there's a couple of traps laid by Katie here, is gonna take it out. Pitpat nearly getting taken out by that Junkrat mine, but sadly, but luckily he's able to get it. He was able to make it out alive. Now both teams are just doing some poke damage here. No initial picks as of this moment. Sage focusing on the high ground. Wild Rock there, nearly taking out Katie, but luckily he was just too lower to take it out. The Skylabs Slipstream, knowing that they only have to defend for a minute, are pushing as much as possible to the payload, just so that Project Ascension don't get any extra movement. But this is proving risky. All it takes is a pick, and they all go down. Hedgehog takes out Pitpat, Mad takes out Katie. Does Project Ascension have the means to sustain this team fight, or are they going to go down? Hedgehog lasting his own, but the coalescence too late to save him. So Pablo wasn't able to save his fellow teammate, and may actually not be able to save the rest. Previ takes out Talus, and it looks like Project Ascension is gonna push this cart. This is gonna push this payload all the way up. Pablo is going to not risk stalling out. Instead, he's gonna go and try and well, he just got staggered by the rest of the team, so that means that in the next team fight, looks like Team Project Ascension is going to be at the advantage. Let's see if Pablo can get back fast enough before the team gets to the first point. But time wasted getting back is time pushed for the payload. Gazani trying to see if he can get Pitpat. Pitpat switched back to the Farah, so it looks like the Farah Mercy is alive and well. Let's see what his barrages have saved Project Ascension before. Can it save him now? Let's see. Trying to go up against the Hanzo, which is a very risky maneuver. All it takes is one shot and he's going down. There's the Storm Arrow. The Kurzao is going to get taken down by Sage, so they're 1 DPS. However, Skylabs Slipstream's flanked all the way behind and losing Hedgehog in the process. Gazani's all alone and Talus is in the middle of that field, so it looks like another another win on that team fight for Project Ascension. However, they did use Privy's Bastion ult. So it looks like they're just gonna have Sage's ult left unless Hedex and Juption can build their ult fast enough. Now the key play here is if I stand corrected, Pablo is going to get staggered out, so they're one support short. Sage busting out the Sigma Flux, taking out Talus and Kurzao, and it looks like Katie's gonna get stalled out. So again, on overtime, Project Ascension are able to stall it out and make it to the second point. This is proving hectic for Skylabs Slipstream. Can they finish this fight out, or will they be able to or will Project Ascension draw this and take it to the tiebreaker match? This is a very close match, ladies and gentlemen. We don't even know who's going to be winning this match. We have Talus ready with the Vulcan, Hedgehog ready with the Sigma ult, but he gets isolated, nearly gets taken out, but luckily he's able to. He drops the damage boost out, trying to get some picks. Katie takes out Pitpat, so the barrage isn't there. Gazani takes out Sage. There's the Junkrat by Katie, so it looks like this may not be going Project Ascension's way, and it looks like the Diva Bomb is going to clean out the rest. And that is going to be a 5-3 for Project Ascension, pushing out all the way up to the second point with just a minute of extra time. So this is advantageous for Project Ascension, pushing out all the way to the second point and even making it further before being stopped by Skylabs Slipstream. So can Project Ascension hold for a minute and 56 seconds, or are we going to a sixth map? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final match point for Route 66. This is such an exciting map. I don't even know who's going to win, and I don't even know if we are going to be making it to the tiebreaker, or is it going to be the end for Project Ascension. Project Ascension's miraculous run here from a 3-0 all the way up to what could from a 2-0 all the way up to what could be a 2-2. Now, will it be a 2-3 reverse sweep? We don't know. Let's tune in for this next fight. Project Ascension running it risky. They're going all the way forward, no ignoring the choke whatsoever. This is a cheeky move by the team. Will it pay off or will it prove detrimental? We don't know, but this is something we haven't seen whatsoever yet in any of the matches we've had. This is going to be interesting. What is going to happen? And away we go. Skylabs Slipstream have no idea that Project Ascension is just in the point. They get isolated. Katie gets isolated. He gets taken down first. Mad takes out Talus and Kurzao, and it looks like Project Ascension's cheeky tactics worked. It takes out Talus and it takes out Hedgehog. They have actually team wiped the entirety of Skylabs Slipstream with that cheeky push. Are they going to do it again? Are they going to risk it? No, they're going to go towards the mine. Project Ascension, rather than win on the plays, rather than win on the raw skill alone, they are going to go for the cheeky tactics. Now they've gone for they're going to see and try and hold the mine, see if it's going to get. They get walled out, knowing that the radius is enough to contest the cart. However, Carousel is going to say no to that and try to freeze out anyone. They're trying to go push. He gets Maywalled in. Hedex gets taken down. Pitbats gets taken down. And it looks like they're going to get team wiped in response. Privy trying his best to just like hold on his own, but it looks like he's going to get taken down as well. With 60 seconds left. This amazing play by Project Ascension may actually be the play to win it. If Project Ascension know that that time bank is going to get taken down, all they have to do is stall it between the first and the second point. Now, let's see what's going to happen. Hopefully Project Ascension don't waste this wondrous opportunity by getting staggered out, but they're going to even try and be aggressive. They're going to try and contest it even before it hits the first point. 27 seconds remaining, no picks as of this moment. Katie nearly taking out Hedex in the back line. They get May walled out. Hedgehog's frozen. He looks like he's going to get taken out. Gazani takes out Privy. Hedex takes out Katie. Pablo takes out Hedex and Sage. And 13 seconds left with the May ult. This could prove useful just on a time bank alone. Gazani takes out Pitpat. And it leaves them with 5 seconds on the first point. Now, that's another win for Skylabs Slipstream. But what that has done has triggered the overtime mechanic for Project Ascension. Now, Project Ascension have the advantage. All they have to do is push Skylabs Slipstream off the cart, and then the overtime timer is going to tick down extremely fast depending on how long this game has been playing. And seeing as how they have to make it all the way up to the second point, this is going to be difficult for them. So Sage with the Flux and Juption with the Lucio boop, this is going to be the end of it. All Sage has to do is do the Flux outside the point. There's the Flux. Is it going to put them all out of the point? Will the overtime? Hedgehog is lucky. There's the May ult. Take out Hedex, but the Lucio bolt saved them. Privy is just out there with the Reaper ult. He gets responded by the Katie. He doesn't get killed. He gets frozen out. And it looks like Project Ascension might actually win this. He takes out Kurzao, and it looks like it's going to be taking overtime, and Project Ascension win. Route 66, and ladies and gentlemen, we have a 2-2 tie. We are going to the tiebreaker in this best of 5 final.
Play of the game.
Amazing plays by both Project Ascension and Skylabs Slipstream, but that genius maneuver by pushing all the way up to the point in the during the overtime, taking Skylabs Slipstream on the surprise, actually proved to be the winning play for Project Ascension, and that is going to be Route 66 to Skylabs to Project Ascension. And ladies and gentlemen, we are at the last map of the Community Clash Open Bracket Final. I can't believe that we've actually made it to the tiebreaker. After quick matches in the group stages and some 2-0s, we are now at a 2-2 with Project Ascension against Skylabs Slipstream in Lijang Tower. Gamers, welcome to an exciting final against these two teams, and I, for one, am so excited to see who's going to bring it up. Whew, this has been a tiring matchup for both teams. I can't even imagine how it feels like playing those matches, seeing as how they've started the game at 7 o'clock. It is now 10:30 in the evening here in the Community Clash production studios in Barcelona, Spain. And it seems to be that we are going to this last matchup. Skylabs Slipstream versus Project Ascension. Who is going to win? Ladies and gentlemen, give both these teams your love in the Twitch chat. Let's see who's going to be winning this final matchup. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Looks like we are going to be starting this last map in Lijang Tower. This is Skylabs Slipstream versus Project Ascension, let's give it up for the last match of the Overwatch Community Clash open bracket. Who will be coming home with the beautiful prize of loot boxes and a custom Discord role here at the Overwatch Community Discord? Will it be Skylabs? Will it be Skylabs Slipstream, or will it be Project Ascension? Who knows? But this matchup will be determined in Lijang, and let's see how it's gonna go for both teams. I, for one, am excited to see how it's gonna go. Project Ascension pulling the miraculous two straight wins back to back on Route 66 and on King's Road, just to bring it back to the final. So it looks like it's going to be a tough match for Slipstream to close out. Match fatigue must be hectic for both teams, just trying their best to stay focused and stay concentrated just to eke out those wins. Make sure that they can manage their health effectively with the supports, and maybe they can get some picks. Let's see what's going to happen. And 4 more seconds and we are off to the last match of the Community Clash open bracket finals. And let's give it up for these two teams. Here we have Skylabs Slipstream going towards the left side point, see if they can flank it out. Project Ascension going straight for the point. Pitpat being iced out, being walled off by the May wall. Pitpat with the Doomfist trying to get back to the point, but he gets halted by the Orisa, nearly not making it out. No picks after this moment. Let's see how it's going to go. It looks like Project Ascension is going to get the first point with the way they're holding this. Now, all it takes is for one pick by Skylab Slipstream, and it looks like they're going to get it. But it looks like the match point is going to be generated. Hedgehog cleaning out Headaches over there, and Gazani taking out Privy. So it looks like even though they got 12%, they may not be able to hold it for long. The contest, however, by Project Ascension is nothing short of miraculous, trying to hold off against the rest of the enemy team. Pablo gets Pitbat gets taken down, Katie taking out Sage as well, and it looks like Matt is on his own, and that only gets 26%. It looks like Slipstream is going to have a last minute hold by Juption, but that's going to be the first team fight won by Skylab Slipstream. And rather than hold that point or even hold the choke, they're going to go all the way up, leaving Project Ascension no space to breathe. They nearly get walled off, but it wasn't enough. There's the Zarya grab by Project Ascension, but the Lucio ult saves them, and it looks like they might actually win this. Prevy takes 2, he might take 3 with that Sigma ult, but the Lucio ult actually saves them. They're still pushing up, trying to get those kills. Sage kills Hedgehog. They might kill Pablo, and they also might kill Talus, but Talus is stalling as much as possible, and it looks like they're going to get the second point. Skylab Slipstream, knowing that Project Ascension might be a bit more aggressive, is holding up as far as possible even without grouping up, but it seems to be that they're going to be grouping up by the next to spawn. Now the advantage here is on Project Ascension based on the win percentage, but it doesn't based on the match percentage. There's the Orisa ult. There's the Orisa ult, and there's the Coalescence by Mad, but it doesn't seem to have gotten anything except just do some heals. Slipstream playing it smart, playing on the right behind the point, just trying to poke some damage, maybe get a pick. Will they get a pick? There's the Coalescence by Pablo. Looks like the Slipstream's going to initiate. There's the May ult by Kurzo, and it looks like the Reaper ult by Privy's going to take out Talus, but Katie's going to take out Privy, and it looks like Slipstream may actually win this. Headaches gets owned, Headaches gets frozen, and Katie takes out 3, and this is going to be another teamfight won for Slipstream. This is back and forth by both teams. Again, Slipstream winning that second teamfight, and Ascension having to back out, but looks like Pitpat's going to be generating his Doomfist ult, and which could prove pivotal. Sage as well with the Sigma Flux. All they need is just one pick, but Gazani takes out Pitpat too early into the game, so it looks like they're gonna have to wait out both Headaches and Pitpat taken out. So that means that the ult generated by Skylab Slipstream is gonna be the downfall by Project Ascension, unless they get to combo the Doomfist and the Sigma ult effectively. There's the Orisa ult. He gets cornered out. He's gonna try and get Katie. Will he get Katie? Katie teleports. Katie phases away. Pitpat able to take KD at the end. There's the grab, only taking out Headaches. Jupiter still providing the heal. There's the Coalescence by Mad to respond to the... There's the boop by... Juption saving his entire team, and it looks like it's gonna go to Project Ascension. Let's see what's gonna happen. Tal is trying to stall it out. Hedgehog trying to stall it out, and it looks like it's going to go to Project Ascension even before it even makes it... just as it makes it to the overtime. And this is Project Ascension's game to win for the first map, for the first point. Will they make it, or will Skylabs Slipstream be too slow to make it to the stall? We don't know, but it looks like Skylabs Slipstream is gonna go as fast as possible. They have the Mei ult, they have the Lucio ult, they have the Orisa ult. All they have to do is just lay them all down. There's the Lucio bolt. Where's the Mei ult is gonna be going down. It's gonna take out. It's not gonna take out Headaches. There's the Orisa ult. Will it take out the rest of Project Ascension? Pitpat trying to get some picks, but it looks like it's gonna go to Project Ascension, not getting any kills, and it looks like the point is going to go to Skylabs Slipstream, and a willing overtime gets ticked down, and then the first map goes to Skylabs Slipstream. Again, these matches are still close, even all the way to the final match. And that's going to be 1-0 for Skylabs Slipstream. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still not over yet. Will Project Ascension be able to take this to a third match point, or will Skylabs Slipstream end it here? Welcome to the second point of Lijang Tower. Pitpat and Juption running the Pharaoh Mercy comp, trying to get some easy picks, but they're not going through main. They're going through the side. They're going through the side exit, and Skylabs Slipstream's already on the point. This leaves Project Ascension a massive amount of work. There's the rock by Sage trying to get anyone picked up, but it looks like the barriers save them. Pitpat's all the way on the inside trying to get some kills, but it looks like it's not serving well enough. Privy's already set up with the Bastion to see if he can corner it out, but it looks like the rest of Skylabs Slipstream is just hiding behind the tower trying to get some kills. Pitpat's taking out Pablo, Privy's taking out Hedgehog, so the first map could go to Project Ascension unless Skylabs Slipstream can hold it out. There's the second. Katie gets taken out by Privy, and the last one alive is Kurzu, and he gets taken out by Mad. And it looks like Project Ascension have the first point, just like before. Now, can they stick it, or will Skylabs Slipstream take it back? Pablo's got the Coalescence, so they have the chance to initiate. Whilst Project Ascension, knowing that their opponent might go for the right-hand flank, are going to be holding in the middle rather than holding all the way up on point. No, rather than holding up all the way up in the choke. Let's see what's going to happen. Pitpat providing information, also trying to get some picks. He's got the barrage. He's done it before. He could get 3 kills in this barrage. However, he's running the risk of getting sniped out. But the opposing team on Skylabs Slipstream on the opposing team do not have hit scan. That means that Pitpat has free reign of the skies unless they switch, unless he gets up and close. This is a chance for the barrage. Pablo's initiated the Coalescence. The rest of Skylabs Slipstream is going to the point. There's the Mei ult. It freezes out Sage. It freezes out Headaches. That's 1. That's 2. That's 4. And it looks like Skylabs Slipstream has the point. Can Project Ascension back out? No. It looks like they're going to back out in this fight again. And just like before, Project Ascension is going to concede that match point. Now, Sage and Pitpat hasn't used his barrage. Sage has the Flux. Juption and Mad both have their ults, so this could be 2 team fights to win potentially for Project Ascension. The beautiful rock there taking out Hedgehog unawares. Now, will Pitpat release the barrage? Is there going to be the Sage ult? We don't know. There's the Lucio boop. They baited out the Lucio boop. Katie's taking out the 1. Barrage by Pitpat taking out 1, taking out 2. Kurzu taking out Mad, so it looks like they're in even pickings. There's the damage boost, and it looks like it's gonna be terrible for Juption taking out his Mercy, but it could mean that they could take the point back, but it looks like it's not working out for Project Ascension. The last two alive is just Hedex and Sage. They're trying to get the push. Coalescence proving hard for Hedex to dive, and it looks like Project Ascension is going to get taken out by that Coalescence by Pablo. Pablo putting in good work as a support, being the only line of defense against the two main tanks. That could have been another team fight won by Project Ascension, but it looks like Slipstream is going to hold the point out as long as possible with the ults built up. They have a Grav, they have an Orisa, they have the Orisa damage boost, and they have Katie's Reaper. So that means that this is a win for Slipstream if they combo their ults. Now Sage has released the Flux, he's able to take Talus, and he's able to take Hedgehog, so that means he's going to be down, and this is going to be a win for... This is going to be a win for Slipstream, but they used all their ults in the process, leaving only Pitpat left with the barrage. Now, if I were Slipstream, I would save up my ults and try to get for a last hit, to go for a last push. They're going to try and go for another flank again with Gazani, but it looks like they're going to go for main. Pitpat building up the ult barrier, the ult energy. He's got the barrage. This is the ult that will save Ascension unless Slipstream can counter it out. Now, it's all down to Pitpat and that barrage to save Project Ascension from this next team fight. There's the fight. There's the May ult. It looks like it's gonna freeze. Pitpat's taking out two. Reapers from the ult taking out Mad. He's able to take out Headache, so it looks like it's even fights. Project Ascension just barely surviving with the skin of the teeth. Pitpat take out Katie, so it looks like it could be Project Ascension's win. And it is. Project Ascension, even though they were facing three ults, including a Zarya grab, were able to make it out alive. Hedgehog still has his damage boost, but it looks like the second map is going to go to Project Ascension. It's been a close match so far, and it's going to be a close match till the end. It is now 1-1 for both teams on Lijang Tower. Who is going to win this final match point, and who is going to go away with the prize of the Discord roll and the loot boxes? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last match point with Project Ascension against Skylabs Slipstream. This has been a long day. This has been a hard day for both teams, but it looks like it's going to be... Oh, there is going to be a winner either way. And is it going to be Slipstream or is it going to be Ascension? Ladies and gentlemen, in 3 seconds we are going to have the last match of the Community Clash Open Bracket Finals, and it is going to be Skylabs Slipstream versus Project Ascension. Skylabs Slipstream with the quick attack, trying to make it to the point. Pitpat with that Farad just poking away the damage. Sage early on taking a hit, getting killed. Preview also getting killed with as the Symmetra. Pitpat was able to take out Kurzo, and it looks like it's gonna be bad tidings for Project Ascension, losing out half their team in this point, and Pablo's gonna take out two, as well as Katie. So it looks like this fight is gonna go to Project Ascension's to Skylabs Slipstream's way, a reverse of what happened before. So let's see what's gonna happen now. This is going to be awkward for Project Ascension running the Symmetro. I don't know what tactic they're going to try. They're bringing it back. Preview going back to the Reaper, knowing that that tactic didn't work the first time. Pablo already building the Coalescence, so this is going to be a hectic fight for Project Ascension, knowing that they're going to have to fight against that sustaining power. Pitpat already got the Barrage, so we don't know what's going to happen here. Let's see what Pablo's going to do. Pablo's with the Coalescence. Is it going to get any kills? There's the halt. It isolates Sage. Sage trying his best to stay alive. He gets frozen out. He gets taken out. Kurzo taken out Sage. Pitpat was able to take out Katie. Is he going to... There's the Barrage. He gets stunned out, so it looks like it wasn't able to happen. Preview taking out Ghazni, and it looks like Project Ascension is going to win this fight. And again, back and forth we go. Project Ascension have the point. Now, this is all for Slipstream to do. Katie's got the Reaper ult getting built up. Ghazni and Kurzawa are going to have their ults soon, so this could be another teamfight 1. The objective here is to make sure that they capture the point fast enough, or else Project Ascension is going to build up enough ult. Here's Katie trying to get his teleport, but he's getting booped out by his teammates. There's the... Is he going to go for the Reaper ult? He goes for the Reaper ult in the middle of the team. Will he get one? Will he get two? He doesn't. He gets only one. Privy carrying out Katie. That's the last minute Valkyrie saving them, but there's the May ult that's going to freeze out the entire... Katie was able to take out one. And it looks like the male, even though it took out half the team, that last minute Valkyrie by Juption actually saved the entire team, saving them from that reap-roll, and Project Ascension have won the team fight. So, rather than a back and forth, Project Ascension have the chance to actually gain enough ground and win this. Let's see how it's gonna go. Talus and Hedgehog from Slipstream both have their ult, so that means that they got the sustaining power to make it through this fight. Pitpat again has the barrage. Hedex has his damage boost. They're gonna go push in fast and hard. Will Hedgehog die from this fight? No, he won't. He's gonna take the left side. There's the barrage by Pitpat. He only takes Katie. Sage takes out Talus. Will it be a good fight? It looks like the damage boost won. It looks like they're gonna take this. They might win this team fight. Ghazni falls out. They're gonna go for a quick reset to see if they can try and get the fight once more. But it looks like it's going to be Skylabs Slipstream's last team fight. They're gonna get up to 99% before they make it to the stall, unless they go in right now. They've switched to the Hanzo. Talus still has the beat. Katie gonna go on the bite. There's the beat by on. They're gonna go initiate. Let's see what's gonna happen. There's the damage boost. No response by Sage yet. Is he gonna pop the flux? He's not popping the flux. He knows he's gonna save it. There's the flux right now. It takes 3. Will it damage anyone? There's the barrage by Pitpat. It takes out 2. He gets hooked by Ghazni, but it's not enough. Ghazni and Talus are the only ones stalling it out, trying to get it alive. Talus is the only one stalling it out, and it looks like he gets stalled out. And it's going to be a team fight for Project Ascension, and they win the Community Clash Open Bracket Finals. Congratulations to Project Ascension for that amazing last-minute play. And here is the player of the game, and might as well be the MVP with those barrages. This is Pitpat. He knocks out Kurosawa. Probably gonna knock out the rest. He takes out one. Takes out the Orisa there. The Halt takes out the Orisa there, actually. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the final of the Our Overwatch Community Clash Open Bracket. A massive shout out to Skylab Slipstream for an amazing 6 matches. That was a close fight all the way to the end, and I can't even believe how you guys are feeling right now. It must have been really tiring just to get to that last fight. But Project Ascension with the reverse sweep, congratulations. You guys, fighting all the way up to the end, have won the Overwatch Community Crash Open Bracket, and you guys are going to be going home with loot boxes and a custom Discord role in the server. So congratulations, Project Ascension. I have no words for this last matchup. I expected this to go to maybe 4 maps. It has gone to 6, and it has gone all the way out to the end of Lijang Tower. So I am currently exhausted from streaming these the last 3 hours as well. So congratulations to both teams. Again, shout out to Slipstream, but congratulations to Project Ascension. If you guys like this, the Community Clash is a event hosted by the Overwatch Community Discord by our event host Draggery, Ruby, and the event team here. I am your caster Poxy, and thank you again very much for watching this final. I don't know if you guys are as hyped as I am, but that was amazing. I can't even think of it. So thank you very much for watching this game. Thank you very much for following the community Discord. And if you guys want to join us, give a shout out in the chat we have in general discussions. Why don't you guys join the community Discord so you can experience everything that our Overwatch community has to offer. So this is Poxycaster, and I'm signing out.